What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's Josh here, and welcome back to another edition of Creating Vision. So this just came to my attention. I'm a huge music guy. I love music. Who has ever heard of purevolume.com? I just recently went back to that site, and they haven't changed anything in years. Like, that site hasn't gotten a redesign in years. I used to go to that site religiously. That's when, because that was like, Pure Volume's been around since the MySpace days. That's where bands actually used to post their music. So remember when MySpace was big on music? So MySpace would post, you can post music, so bands would actually be like, oh, go to myspace.com and you can listen to our music here. But YouTube was obviously around, but it wasn't like as big of music, as it is now. So, and like, that's where usually you go for music now. It's like, oh, go to YouTube and you can listen to the song. And nobody says like go to Pure Volume or go to MySpace, obviously, or anything, because those are not popular anymore. But it just is amazing that Pure Volume used to be the place for music. It used to be the spot where bands would tell you, go listen to our song here, it just got released. It's still there, and it's still like updating and everything else, and it's still got obviously traffic going to it. But it's just amazing how it just lost like its entire popularity, and like people are moving to different websites. It's just crazy how MySpace dies, and then Facebook comes around, and then you got Twitter, and then YouTube blows up even more than it did years ago. And it's just crazy how like those old sites just like get unnoticed. Remember Flickr.com? I mean, what happened to Flickr? I never used Flickr, but what happened to Flickr? It's still there, but nobody really uses it. Like PhotoBucket. I remember that site was like crazy popular, and nobody really mentions PhotoBucket anymore. You just stick to the main ones. You stick to Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Vine, YouTube, and Tumblr, and that's basically it. I guess that's how the times are. But if you're a music person and you remember the old school go-to music streaming sites, now it's SoundCloud. SoundCloud's another big music streaming site, and it used to be Pure Volume, or it used to be MySpace. It's just amazing how all that changes within the matter of like a few years or whatever it is. It's pretty amazing. It really is, if you think about it. So if you're interested, go check out purevolume.com, and you can still find your bands there that like you love, or your artist or anything. But it's not like it's really been updated. Like it's not like they put their music up like that was totally recent. Maybe they have. I don't know. Maybe you're listening to a certain artist up there that still maybe posts music, but it's not like, it's just amazing how their design hasn't even changed. It's like, when you were in school, when you were in like, I don't know, 7th, 8th, 9th, middle school to high school, did your school block websites? Because mine did. And I was the guy that actually like would find a way to get past the block website, and then I would tell everybody about it. And like, you had to do like this whole hash code thing, and like, it was crazy. I don't know how I did it, I don't know how I figured it out, but I used to do it all the time, because if they blocked that site, I would figure a way to like go to another site and get back to it that way. And people used to like unplug the internet cords like in the computers and plug them back in, and I don't know, it was crazy. And that was, of course, in my generation, because I'm in my 20s, and that was like the MySpace, Pure Volume, those types of days. And obviously MySpace was kicking back then, Pure Volume was crazy, and those sites were blocked. So we had to find a way to get to those sites. Facebook was there because Facebook came out in about 2004, but it really wasn't as popular as it is now. The reason why is because when Facebook came out, it was actually only for college users. I remember after the college users, it said, oh, now college and high school users. So when I was in high school, then I finally made an account on Facebook. But before that, you had to get onto MySpace, and you had to do this, and you had to do that, and it's just like, if anybody remembers these times, it's like crazy nostalgia to think about. Let me know what like you remember, like what sites you remember, and whether it be a music site or a social media site. I know there was another site out there. It was like, crap, I totally forgot. It was like another, I never used Friendster. I remember Friendster, but I never used Friendster. But there was another social media site that was like just as big as MySpace at the time, and that kind of just flopped. It's just crazy how you're on your computer and all of a sudden, you know, that comes to you and you're going back to like those old sites, and old memories come back. But yeah, so I guess that's it. Thanks for listening. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Let me know your stories, or you know, anything that you remember down in the comments below. Share this video with everybody you know. Follow me on my networks or in the description, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.